So into the net from Egley. So we're going to leave table 2. We'll keep an eye on it and keep you informed on what's going on. But here we are on table number 1, the match of the day so far. Dennis Neal. What a player he is, one of the greats of English table tennis, 69 years of age. He made the last 32 last year. A lot of people thought he would go out of the group stages. He's been training hard. The competitive instinct is still keen. And he's got a real chance against his opponent, Paul McCreery, right-handed, 20 years of age. He went out of the group stages last time, and Tony West alongside me in the commentary box. He's a pretty decent ping-ponger.
Yes, he is, yeah. He came through the last chance qualifier on Thursday and was very, very impressive. He did lose out to Gavin Maguire in the Irish qualifier, but came through the last chance. He's quick, really quick, and you'll see him trying to play forehands most of the match.
So here we are. Neal serving at the beginning of game number 1. Just long. It'll be very interesting to see the tactical battle unfold in this last 32 match. McCreery now on serve. Well, 3 net cords in succession in that point. And that's a good start from McCreery.
That's lovely from McCreery. 3-1, good forehands. McCreery, Irishman. Couldn't get much of a better practice partner than that.
No, absolutely. And McCreery, yeah, you can see him running around trying to play as many of the shots as he can with his forehand. Which he does strike quite hard. Dennis will be trying to pin him down and switching him as he tries to run round.
Well, you're right. McCreery is quick. He's able to pick up the net cords that Dennis was getting.
Yeah, good fast serve there from Dennis.
So McCreery of Northern Ireland, 2-point lead, 6-4. Just long. It's a quite nervous start from both players. KG each trying to feel their way into this match. A lot of prize money at stake. And Dennis, he's not quite comfortable. Surprising for somebody of his experience. He's struggling.
Yeah, he looks hesitant, but Dennis being Dennis, he's only 7-5 down.
That was a very, very fine edge for McCreery.
There you see the speed of McCreery. Fast serve into the corner from Dennis, but McCreery round, hammering that forehand.
9-6.
Well, it's been a fine story for Neal, 6-time England table tennis champion, to get to this stage. Oh, what a rally! Intense table tennis close to the table from both players. Dennis Neal was forced away from the table, played a backhand slice. That was a winner from McCreery on the diagonal, re-establishing a 4-point lead.
That's a fantastic shot from Dennis Neal. Down the line, but with a bit of extra diagonal, fading away from Paul McCreery's forehand. And Dennis was England #1 in table tennis in 1967.
Well, he plays well. I mean, it is extraordinary, isn't it? That was before I was born.
The man is a phenomenon. Walking hero.
Well, after that backhand down the line, one rather suspected that it might ignite Dennis Neal into life. He's lost 2 in a row. It's a bitty game, this. Hasn't quite taken off. Neal needs this point. And he got it. The fast serve, the forehand into the backhand side. 2 serves now for McCreery. Business end of the first game. Oh, what a shot now then. Dennis Neal is pointing at something here. Does he think it was a let serve? I think Neal reckons it was a let serve. And he is not happy at all. It would be interesting to get a replay of the serve to see whether it clipped the top of the net. But Neal is Well, he called it a bit late, didn't he? I mean, they'd already played 5 shots. I think the umpires, I think the umpire's probably right here. 13-10.
He's going to have to let that one go.
He mustn't let it bother him now. He's got to stay focused and fight his way back in here.
So there it is. Neil plays long. He's got a dark expression on his face. That's the opening game for McCreery. 15-10. So let's have a look at what's happening on table number 2. Egley, 1 up, 14-10 in the second game. This is match point. So in the time we've been on table 1, Egley has re-established the dominance that she had already built up over the course of the opener, and that's a long serve. It's a fault serve, and Egley has gone through to the last 16. A 2-love victory, 15-10, 15-11 against the #1 ping ponger from Hungary, Chirai, and 2 fists to the skies. What a performance from Egley. As we come back to table number 1, Dennis Neal. This is crucial in psychological terms. You can see he's very down about what happened in the open. He's probably still slightly huffy about that let serve, or what he considered to be a let. He's not played well. McCreery's been on good form, and it is McCreery at the beginning of game 2.
Yeah, I spoke to Dennis earlier. He said he played pool before, won last time. But at the moment, McCreery's certainly got the upper hand. One thing's for sure though, Dennis will fight to the very end.
Tell you what, this is very, very gloomy for supporters of Dennis Neal. The great storyline, but he's falling apart at the seams in this last 32 knockout match. The dream is dying before our eyes. And you've got to hand it to McCreery. Sometimes difficult to maintain one's own form when the opponent is playing poorly, but McCreery is just nailing it as we get a double point gambit. Let's serve. This is key. Could be all over after this. And Neil, he's in a bad mood.
Oh, terrific return of serve from Neil.
What a forehand. And didn't he need it? Forehand down the line. Tremendous power.
1-6.
Tony, do you think Neil can get... I mean, we know he's going to fight, but do you see any way back?
It's tricky for him. I mean, McCreery's missed that one, but you can see his problem. He's there waiting for that forehand, almost before Dennis plays his shot, and he's so fast. 2 good returns there, though, from Dennis. Brings him back into it.
Now then, can he capitalise? 2-point gap, 2 serves to come. Oh, what a rally. That's the rally of the match so far. I think that's graphic for you. 5-6. That was a wonderful constructed point from Neil. The smash from McCreery long.
And he doesn't want it to be given a let the other way round.
But what's going on here? Was it a let serve?
I think a let's been called, and Dennis didn't see it this time.
Well, there's a real controversy here, because in the first game Neil thought there was a let that wasn't given. On this occasion, the let has been given.
Dennis is now going for a 2-point ball, I believe.
Well, what a moment for Neil to take a double-point ball. 5-6. After that slightly controversial incident, if he can take this point, he'll go into the lead in game number 2, having looked dead on his feet. Oh, and he's just missed it. What a shot from McCreery. He's fast round, isn't he, on that forehand?
Yeah, really quick. He's very young. He's so fit. He's known for that, even amongst the peers of his age. He's really fast on his feet. Oh, a correct let call, apparently, that one.
Dennis looks a bit happier there.
8-5.
The thing with Dennis, he's never dead. He hasn't played well, but he's still only 3 points behind.
Oh, terrific.
That is Dennis Neal at his best. The ball coming fast at him, but he needs no time to prepare the racket head. He's got such a compact, sharply efficient forehand. 6-8. That was definitely a let serve.
Yes.
They're difficult to spot sometimes. He's long. That's a trademark shot.
9.
Terrific return of serve there from McCreery. Pounced on that, just as it was still above the level of the net, really fast into Neal's body.
Well, he stepped around blind. He didn't know the ball was going there. He took a risk. And he got his body in the perfect position, but nevertheless, to deliver the shot was not easy. Let serve. There's so many lets in this match.
Yes, come on.
Now, the fist pump from Neal. 2 in a row against the serve. He's found a way back into this match. He looked dead at the beginning. He came back. He let it slip. But McCreery again with that forehand. That has been the pattern of play throughout this contest. Both players have used their double point ball. And it's McCreery now closing in on a place in the last 16. It's been valiant from Neal. He's never quite settled.
No, I agree, Matt. He hasn't played to his best here, I don't think. I've certainly seen Dennis play better, but you've got to hand it to the speed of McCreery. His forehand's been such a threat.
And with that backhand from Neal going long yet again, it's 6 match points for McCreery of Northern Ireland.
9-14.
He's got so much in his armoury, Dennis Neal. But it is McCreery of Northern Ireland who comes through in this last 32 contest over Dennis Neal by 2 games to love. A high five from the Lion from Holland in the audience. Dennis Neal cuts a very disconsolate figure as he leaves the arena. Such high hopes, such a great story. But the 9-year-old, the former champion, has gone down 15-10, 15-9. We'll be back with more action from Alexandra Palace after the break.
Watch Sky Atlantic with Sky Go and you'll never miss a thing. Join the following on a tablet.
The greatest trick the devil ever played was convincing the world he did not exist.
Investigate True Detective on a compatible smartphone.
You wonder ever you're a bad man?
World needs bad men.
And catch up with the girls on a laptop.
I feel like I'm a person who just can't keep my mouth shut. Oh my God!
Stories that stay with you on Sky Atlantic, whenever and wherever you want with Sky Go.
You said you want to, so all I care for is you. May a hero be thin. I know you can. I'll come again. I know you can.
One car, a million possibilities. Adam from Vauxhall.
Feeling a bit woolly-headed? Mucus makes the congestion worse. Try Sudafed Mucus Relief Tablets. They ease the swelling in your nasal passages and help to reduce the amount of mucus you produce. For a clearer head, try Sudafed. And for relief, whatever the hour, they're Sudafed Mucus Relief Day and Night Capsules.
Oh yes, we get hundreds of thousands of visitors here, week in, week out. So have you been there before?
Oh yeah, we always go there. Save on our car insurance.
This time we are going to have a look at those credit card deals, though, too.
Her sister was here for that last week.
Yeah, she got a great deal, didn't she?
Did she?
She did?
She did.
Here we are, and welcome to Land of Saving Money and Getting the Right Deal. Go, 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 compare.
The green, green grass of home.
Oh, you can just smell the savings.
With spacious seating, on-demand entertainment, and bigger windows with horizon views, it's amazing what the Thompson Dreamliner can do. ATOL protected.
If you have a household problem, no matter if it's big or small, you should call the British Gas Team. Whether you need a plumber, an electrician, a drains expert, or a boiler engineer, you can count on the British Gas Team to look after your world.
I do like a bit of telly on the side. And because there are so many of my channels on Sky Go, I could watch just about anything, just about anywhere. Like Sky One in the kitchen. Or Sky Atlantic in bed. Or Disney in the space station. Or Comedy Central in the bath. Or even somewhere out and about. Maybe not a whole show, imagine the wrinklage. The widest range of channels anywhere you like. Sky Go at no extra cost. Sky, believe in better.
Adam, available with up to 5 years 0% APR representative and no minimum deposit. That's flexible finance from Vauxhall.
Here at Alexandra Palace, 21-year-old Paul McCreery from Northern Ireland, with his quick, athletic game, beating a man from a different generation, 69-year-old Dennis Neal. Neal goes home, McCreery continues in the competition. He only qualified for this tournament on Thursday, and he's won by 2 games to 0 against Neal. And in the next match, he'll be playing either Popov or Bagalay. So quite a daunting prospect for a man who played his first ever game on TV. Paul McCreery's alongside me now. Paul, how was it? First game on TV, how did you feel?
I was absolutely terrified when I started. I didn't know what to think or what to expect, but then I just got myself motivated. I thought, I'm going to make the best of this. I'm going to shout, I'm going to run around as much as I can, move my body, and it worked for me, you know. I came out of the traps really fast, and against Dennis, you have to, because the guy's unbelievable for his age, you know. He beat me the last time with the sandpaper bats, and, you know, I knew what I had to expect. So I knew I had to come racing out at the start, and I got there in the end, but I'm absolutely delighted now, yeah.
Yeah, you did, and we can tell you're delighted. You're 21 years old, you're a student.
Yeah.
Now, most people your age at Christmas time, they're out having fun, partying, but you were just practicing non-stop over Christmas, weren't you?
Yeah, I live with Chris Duran, he's my housemate, so...
Yeah, you live with one of the other players, who is through to the last 16, Christopher Duran.
Yeah, so me and him were obviously, everybody else was having their downtime, and we were going battering away at it. We were playing every day, you know, for all the time over Christmas. So, like, me and him are in top shape now, you know, and we're mentally stronger as well, because while everyone else has been having their breaks and, you know, taking it easier, we know we've done the work, so we feel like we're confident, you know.
Now, Christopher Duran is a player who did really well here last year, got to the last 4, kind of against the odds a little bit.
Yeah.
Who's the better player? Your housemates, you've been practicing together, who's the better player?
I don't want to say this one on TV, so we'll call it a 50-50 here.
You might get to play each other, you never know.
Heckling me from the crowd here if I say anything bad against us.
I think it's fair to say you didn't necessarily, or you weren't expected to win that game, were you? So you are delighted now, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm thrilled, yeah, because I genuinely didn't expect to win. You know, Dennis he's 6-time national champion. You know, he used to use those bats. He's had a lot of experience with those bats. And for me, like the last sort of couple of months I've been playing with them. You know, like I'm a table tennis player, but I've picked them up and I've tried to adapt and. You know, it's worked, it's helped me. The table tennis tactics is all the same, so it's very similar. You know, understanding spin and speed and shot selection, and it all combined there, and I put the hard work in, and it's paid off so far. I'm just delighted to get to the last 16, to be honest. And
all those nights you could have been in the pub over Christmas and you were practicing have paid off. Paul McCreery, well done. We'll look forward to seeing you tomorrow.
Thanks very much.
Well done to Paul McCreery. A terrific performance from the 21-year-old. So many sacrifices over Christmas. Less time in the pub, more time on the table, and he was practicing away, and he has now qualified. Let's hand you over to our MC for our next match. It's John McDonald.
Hello and welcome back to the action.